Hey, what's up? This is Jedi Steve, and I'm kind of going through something a little small, but I always let myself and allow myself to go through things. And I was walking by this church that I remember when I was 8 years old. My uncle was in town from New York, and these are the only two things I remember about my uncle. Is one, because he's from New York, and this is a long time ago, he wore a Kango, like LL Cool J used to wear back in the day. And the other thing I remember is we were parked in the parking lot by this church, and he went behind the church, I didn't know at the time, and got some McDonald's French fries. Because when you're a little kid, you're blocking stuff out and you're only paying attention to stuff that's important to you. Some children are curious more about adult things, but most of the time we're barely holding on and just going with the flow. So I'm sitting there and he gives me these McDonald's French fries. And for the longest time, I wasn't very smart. For the longest time, I thought he got those French fries from the church. One thing that tells you that my mom and dad shielded me away from eating that crap at a young age. But another thing is I made an association. A lot of times we see things in reality that we make the association, but where it's really coming from is what's behind it or what's underneath. And a lot of times we fill our heads with so much knowledge because we went to college, but true wisdom, I'm walking and I have the right of way. I'm making sure I didn't get hit. So we have this knowledge that we got from college. As I was walking by the church, it all came together. So this part of the cross has to do with your spiritual connection. This part of the cross has to do with the material. What the church represented in this, and behind it was McDonald's. Below the surface, the spiritual connection. That can be interpreted in a lot of different ways. But the main point that I wanted you to turn you where a lot of people get lost is they think a lot of their wisdom is cut and paste wisdom. But as I was passing by, there was a crow who was landed right on top of the cross, which for a long time, I've seen that avatar, that totem, that a crow just lands on the top, and crows represent death. And death doesn't always represent dying. It represents you right here, right now, dying to the moment, letting go of that part of you that no longer serves you. Not readjusting back when you've made changes in your life, but dying to the moment. The knowledge is something that works, not necessarily every time, but it works a lot. Wisdom is drawing on the right knowledge at the right time. Drawing on the right knowledge at the right time. As we let go, I hope you can hear the chimes. Take a nice deep breath in with me. Breathing in peace. That's one of the things that I put together, SDSU, Breathing for Peace, and I have the students on campus breathe every moment. Every time they hear the chimes, the random bells that happen on campus, every time they hear them, I challenge them to breathe in peace, breathe out peace. I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and he had never heard the bells on campus. And he had been on campus for 2 years. He had never heard the bells. And now he's gonna hear them. And after I talk to him a couple times, he's gonna start to breathe every time he hears them. He's not gonna hear them every time. I don't even hear him every time. But when he does, he's gonna take a nice breath. He's gonna be dying to the moment. Not trying to cut and paste information that I've given to him. He's going to have that connection to that source, whatever that means to him. Peace. Have a good day.